Episode 8, Channels and Talents. What makes you unique? Okay, we've covered the centers. Now, you mentioned something about channels. Yes, channels are the lines that connect the energy centers. They show what your innate abilities, strengths, and natural talents are. So they're like roads between the centers? Exactly. If a channel is fully defined, it's a stable talent that is always active in you. If it's only half defined, you have part of that quality, but the other part gets activated through other people. Whoa, so some talents always work and others only activate depending on the people around me? Exactly. Some things you can do on your own, while others require a partner to complete the channel. Interesting. So which of my channels are the strongest? Let's take a look. Oh, you have the response channel. This is a powerful generator channel. You are designed to wait for the right opportunities instead of rushing ahead. Again, with the waiting, it's not just waiting, but choosing wisely. When an opportunity appears, your job is to feel whether it resonates with you or not. All right, I get that. What else? You have the strength channel. This means you have a lot of energy, but it needs to flow in the right direction. And if it doesn't, do I just get tired? Yes, and very quickly. You can get excited about something only to burn out just as fast. Yeah, I've been there. That's why it's important for you to do only what truly excites you. Got it. Do I have any unusual channels? Yes, for example, the intuition channel. This means you often sense the right decisions long before you can explain them logically. Oh, that is so me. Sometimes I just know something will work, but I can't explain why. Exactly. It's important to trust that feeling. It's your superpower. Cool. So my Bodygraph is basically a cheat sheet on how to use myself to the fullest. Exactly. It reveals your strengths, your decision-making style, and your energy flow. And what if I had been born on a different day? Then your Bodygraph would be completely different. So every person is truly unique? Yes. And your job is to embrace your uniqueness instead of trying to fit into someone else's mold. Okay, now I really understand why this Bodygraph is useful. Okay, great. In the next episode, we'll look at your profile, your social role and purpose. Oh, that sounds promising. Let's keep going. Episode 9, Profile, Your Role in This World. All right, we've covered channels. Now you mentioned something about a profile? Yes, your profile is like your role in this world. It's not a profession, but more of a lifestyle, how you interact with people and how you perceive yourself. So, kind of like an archetype? Exactly. In the Bodygraph, the profile consists of 2 numbers. The first represents how you see yourself. The second is how others see you. And what kinds of profiles are there? There are 12, and each one is unique. For example, investigator. 1 loves digging into details and getting to the core of things. Hermit. 2 values solitude but always gets drawn into social interactions. Martyr. Learns through personal experience and trial and error. Opportunist. 4 builds life through friends and connections. Heretic. 5 someone who always brings a new perspective. Role model. 6 goes through 3 life stages: trial and error, observation, and wisdom. Okay, so what's mine? Yours is, for example, 3/5 martyr heretic. And what does that mean? The first number represents your personal experience. You need to try everything yourself, make mistakes, and find your own way. You can't just read an instruction manual, you have to test things in real life. Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. The second number is how others see you. People perceive you as someone who can solve their problems and find unconventional solutions. So they expect me to save everyone? Yes, but the key is that you're not obligated to. If people don't explicitly ask for your help, it's better not to get involved. Otherwise, you might end up being blamed for everything. Interesting. How do I use this to my advantage? Understand that your path is one of experimentation. You're not meant to live by other people's rules. You create your own. And what if I don't like my profile? Then you'll end up trying to play a role that isn't yours and suffer because of it. Your profile is your nature. It's easier to accept it and live in harmony with yourself. Makes sense. So, the Bodygraph is basically an instruction manual for myself. Exactly. The better you know yourself, the easier life becomes. This is actually really useful. Glad you're enjoying it. In the next episode, we'll talk about your strategy for success. Oh, that sounds exciting. Let's go. Episode 10, Success Strategy, How to Live in Flow. So here we are at the finale. Yes, the final episode. You mentioned that the Bodygraph has a success strategy? Yes, it's not just a set of rules, but a natural way to move through life without resistance. If you follow your strategy, everything flows easily. If you go against it, problems arise. And each type has its own strategy? Exactly. Let's break it down. Manifestors. Strategy, in form. They need to communicate their plans before taking action. Otherwise, they face resistance from others. Generators. Wait for response. If they start something just from the mind, they quickly lose energy. The key is to trust their inner yes or no. Projectors. Strategy, wait for invitation. They can't just push themselves forward. They need to be recognized first. If they force things, they won't be heard. Reflectors wait for a lunar cycle. They need time to make important decisions, or they risk making the wrong choice. Okay, I'm a generator, so I need to wait for a response? Yes. If you go somewhere without feeling an internal yes, you'll quickly get exhausted, lose interest, and become frustrated. So if something truly excites me, that's my response? Exactly. It can feel like excitement, anticipation, or a sense of ease. Your body will tell you. What if I don't feel a response, but I still have to do something? Then you're squeezing yourself dry. It's like trying to start a car without gas. It might move, but not for long. Seems like I often do things without a response. That's the issue. Generators have the most energy, but only when they spend it on what truly excites them. So my whole life could change if I just start following this? Exactly. You'll start noticing what genuinely excites you and what drains you. All right. So now I just trust my inner response and keep going? Yes, but there's one more thing. A twist? Of course, because ahead of you lie new discoveries. All right, now I'm intrigued. What's next? Next is your life. Now you know how your energy works. That means you can live it the right way. Well then, shall we go? Let's go.